Hi there, I'm Sku, and welcome to a review for Transformers 4. My friend Scott should be here any minute. He's running a bit late, but I think he's just come in the door.
Sorry I'm late.
What happened? Well, you're right? What happened?
There was this train wreck, and I know it's happened 3 times before, but I just had to watch it, and it took so much longer than I thought it was going to.
Right, you're talking about Transformers.
Yeah, I am. Segway. So, this is the 4th Michael Bay Transformers live-action movie.
Yep.
We've had 3 of them before, the original Transformers, Transformers Revenge of the Fallen, Transformers Dark of the Moon, and now Transformers Age of Extinction.
Yep.
Sku, you've seen all 3 live-action movies?
Yes, I have.
What did you think coming into Age of Extinction?
Well, I wasn't a huge fan of these Transformers movies, really. But so I prepared myself for watching this one. I sort of had expectations which were quite low.
And were those expectations met?
And they were met quite nicely, I have to say. Overall, you know, I kind of enjoyed this one. I mean, I have to say the new characters, I found them more engaging and more enjoyable than the original ones. And I kind of thought that they'd actually taken this new angle on these new characters as much as this Michael Bay Transformer-esque movie can do, and took it in a better direction. It was nowhere near a fantastic movie at all, but it was palatable.
I think we just found a transformer.
Okay. Well, I have to disagree with you on pretty much every single aspect there. Now, I'm a huge Transformers fan. I've been a fan from the very beginning. I know that doesn't help me with the Michael Bay movies because they are very much their own thing.
I'm totally on that same level of fandom. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Transformers started me out on collecting toys. It started me out on collecting comic books. You look at the Michael Bay movies and you see that they are very, very, very removed from the original source material.
Well, not entirely. I mean, the Transformers in the movies are still Optimus Prime and still all his Autobot buddies fighting the Decepticons in this large-scale battle. They do still transform, and they still are the good guys versus bad guys. I mean, they've kind of taken that
They've taken
aspect.
the very basic idea of it.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
Giant robots from another planet that change form and they fight.
For me, in this film, the human characters had some kind of development to them. They had relationships which at times felt kind of genuine between Mark Wahlberg and his daughter. And at the end, I kind of liked seeing how the humans came together and helped out Optimus Prime to defeat that bad guy. So it sort of gave them a bit more purpose than they had in the originals. In the originals, it sort of started out with the humans and the Autobots. Once the Autobots and the Decepticons came in and started battling each other, you're really asking yourself, what the hell are the humans doing here? They can't really help out. They're so minute, it doesn't matter.
The only human characters that I actually enjoyed seeing on screen were Kelsey Grammer and Stanley Tucci.
Stanley Tucci
was fun. I liked
awesome.
him. The big problem that I have with him was that his character arc wasn't really earned. He has this turn partway through the movie where he is a bad guy, now all of a sudden he's a good guy.
Yeah.
And there's half a scene where he's on the phone with Mark Wahlberg, which is supposed to explain the sudden change of heart.
Yeah.
It's not enough to justify everything. Once he's then changed that thing and now he's, comedy relief hero,
Yeah.
he does incredibly well. The funniest lines in the movies are Stanley Tucci's. I can't help but think that he probably improvised most of those.
Yeah.
But yeah, Stanley Tucci and Kelsey Grammer are worth seeing in this film.
Absolutely.
What did you do? I don't know. Did you press a button? I don't know. Is it gonna blow up? I don't know!
Leaving aside the characters for a minute, what did we think of the story? And that says volumes again.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think. Negative side I was going to say to it, I don't know if this relates to the story or just the overall film. First of all, its length. It was 2 hours and 45 minutes.
It's a very long film, and it doesn't work at that length.
No, there were too many plot points going on, too many ideas thrown in there, I felt. It was almost 2 movies or 1.5 movies in one.
I definitely feel that it was 1.5 movies. They had ideas which it felt like they were trying to set up.
Yeah.
But then they just sort of left them. The whole Galvatron aspect, where you get partway through the movie, you reveal that Galvatron is Megatron brought back to life.
Yeah.
And then he just sort of buggers off for the rest of the movie.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not the way Megatron or Galvatron have ever worked in any of the previous cartoons or anything like that. They are the big bad guys.
Well, all I can say is...
Autobots are almost as bad. You know, John Goodman as Hound seems to be the only one who actually has a personality. It's
I
not
thought
particularly nice.
he was quite good. I mean, they gave him most of the lines. He was sort of the second most interesting Autobot, and he was sort of likable. I noticed this time, I don't know if it was me or not, but it seemed like the Autobots especially had been given much sort of brighter individual colours, bright blue, bright green, and Optimus, and they stood out a lot more when you saw them from afar when they were just tumbling around. Because in the first ones, you know, you couldn't tell what the hell was going on.
It was just explosions of garbage metal
Exactly.
crashing against each other.
What did you think about the idea that human beings had now created some Transformers themselves?
It's not without precedence. In the comics from the IDW comics book series, they have explored ideas like this.
Yeah.
I felt the concept was not a bad one to start off with for the idea. However, I felt they should have stuck with that as one story point. Just do that as a story, not introduce these fusion bombs that killed up the dinosaurs and have that as the time bomb later and alien bounty hunters coming in and all that sort of thing.
Yeah, and I actually felt, and a lot of people won't like hearing this, but I actually felt like maybe should have not had the Dinobots at all in this movie. I felt like it was an extra thing right at the end, and they kind of used it very quickly and didn't use it for its full potential, or at least should have had them earlier on or something.
The Dinobots were wasted in the film.
They will.
You can see them being utilised so much in the marketing of the film.
Yeah.
They appear for 5 minutes at the end of the film, and that's it.
Okay, so we've agreed that we weren't entirely impressed with it. For me, I think ultimately it was probably the best Transformers for me. It was more fun in a way. They just accepted the tone and just fully smashed that in your face, and they were happy to just be that Michael Bay Transformers movie. They knew what they were and they didn't try to sugarcoat it.
I love Transformers. I still want to see a good Transformers movie on the screen. I'm sure that this movie is going to make a lot of money, and that means I'm not going to get to see a good Transformers movie on the screen for many years to come.
What I try to do is, as a director, I try to... I'm sorry.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, let's thank Michael Bay for joining us.
Okay, so that's our thoughts on Transformers Age of Extinction. And remember, you can't spell extinction without stink.
Absolutely.
And it sure did stink. No, it was okay. And
It stunk.
It stunk.
It stunk.
Yeah. So that's it from us. We'll see you guys next time on Film Crew. If you've got any comments, questions, leave them in the comment section below.
We look forward to your flames.
And we'll see you guys next time.
See ya.
Take care.